Archimedes Principle says a buoyant force on the body equals the weight of the fluid displaced. So if I take a ping pong ball like this, stick it in to a fluid like water, of course it floats, okay? Because the buoyant force from the water is greater than the weight of the ping pong ball. So if I push down, of course it comes back up. Okay, so density of water is 1. Density of ping pong ball is much less than that, so that way the buoyant force is greater than the weight of the ball in that instance. If I took something else, like let's take this glass marble, I place it in there, of course it will sink to the bottom, okay, because it's more dense. Okay, so there is a buoyant force on it, so that glass marble weighs less in water than it does in air, but it's that buoyant force is not greater than the weight of the marble, so it will drop down. All right. So same thing here, like with let's take ice. That's why ice will, when you place it in water, what happens with ice? Well, let's have a look. It sinks, right? Okay, makes sense. Place it over here. It floats. Okay, so what's the difference between those two? All right, you come up with a hypothesis. Let's think about it a little bit. And one it sinks and one it floats. See, does that glass marble have anything to do with it? Let's take the marble out. It still floats. All right, so what is it? Well, here's the answer. In this case, I put the ice in water, so it floats. It displaced a certain amount of water. Okay, when I put this in, notice the water level, it goes up a little bit. Okay, that weight of that fluid is the buoyant force. Okay. When I put the ice cube in here though, okay, I smell it. That is not water, it is rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is less dense than water. Okay, so it displaces the same amount of fluid, okay, but that fluid doesn't have the same density. Alcohol is less dense than water, so there's not enough buoyant force, and so the ice cube will sink. Okay, so there's alcohol versus water.